We're here at the Mohegan Sun Arena where hundreds of people have already filled in the area to see President Donald Trump. Now, the rally is expected to start in about 2 hours. The doors opened just an hour ago to the public. Right now, I'm camped out in a human life-sized eagle's nest. Now, you might think that this nest right here is being built for the actual bird, but it's actually being built for you. It's a place where you and your family can have a good time. This new eagle nest isn't too far from where the bald eagles live. Zoo leaders have been hard at work putting it together. A place for people to feel like a bald eagle and know what it's like to make a nest.
It's ways of teaching kids how to get outside in our community, outside in the state, explore on their own in a safe environment, because sometimes people are really concerned about going outside or they're not sure what to do.
It's considered a nature play area, and it isn't the only place in this zoo getting an upgrade.
Right behind me is one of our newest large exhibits.
Check out this new home for the Arctic foxes. It's got more space than where they were before and new shelves for them to hang out, reaching new heights.
It's giving them bigger, newer exhibits is what our mission is. It's what we aim to do. We want to give them as much space.
Zoo officials are still working on this exhibit, but you'll soon be able to check it out. As for the new eagle exhibit, they're hoping to have it done in time for its grand opening. The zoo opens back up again on April 21st to the public, and they're hoping to have both exhibits open by then, and if not, soon after. Zoo officials also tell me this nest right here will be wheelchair and stroller accessible. Live in Binghamton, Esperanza Gutierrez, 12 News. Right behind me is where the fatal stabbing took place, Wyndham Hall. One thing we've been seeing all day, not only in this area, but throughout campus, is an increase in police presence. Many BU students don't know what to think after hearing 19-year-old engineering student Joa Sosa was fatally stabbed on campus Sunday night. Freshman Terry Lee says he was paralyzed with fear.
I was really hungry last night, couldn't go out. I was scared. I just kept our doors locked, stayed in my room, lights as low as possible.
Police say the incident took place at 10:30 p.m. on Sunday, but students wouldn't receive a text message or email about it for another 45 minutes.
An alert was sent to the Binghamton University community through our text messaging system as soon as we had enough verified information to send that alert out.
A heinous crime like this one left many in disbelief.
Can't believe something like this happened, especially when the residence hall I live in is so close to this place.
But at the same time, some say they aren't shocked anymore, especially after nursing student Haley Anderson was murdered off campus just last month.
I think for some students, Binghamton is something like this is a very common occurrence. It just, I wouldn't say, I expected it, but it's starting to get very common and it's danger and whatnot.
And as the investigation continues, police emphasize that they're doing what they can to keep the community safe.
For the foreseeable future, there will be an increased police presence across the campus.
Police say this was not a random act. Be sure to stick with 12 News as we continue to follow the latest in this investigation. Live in Vestal, Esperanza Gutierrez, 12 News. Got about 13 restaurants here competing here tonight, battling it out to see who can create the best dish. One of those places joining me tonight, we have Colin Gaynor, a chef with the Galaxy Brewing Company. So Colin, thanks for joining and talk to us. What kind of meal are you going to be making tonight?
I'm making a traditional Cuban dish called ropa vieja.
If you're shopping online, you're probably expecting to get a package like this in the mail. If that's the case, well, experts say the best way for you to keep a track of it is online to make sure you get those arrivals safely to your home.
Getting that phone call is never a good phone call.
And one she'll never forget about two of her employees at the time.
By making that very poor decision to use technology in a way that completely uses the trust of the people we serve, will follow them for the rest of their life.
Springbrook is an organization in which serves more than 1,000 people with developmental disabilities across New York State. According to police, 20-year-old Sharon McDowell on the left and 22-year-old Julianne Carbone are facing felonies. Troopers say at their job they used Snapchat, a multimedia app, and recorded inappropriate videos of some of the residents at Springbrook, a home in Milford.
Well, certainly anytime this occurs, you know, it is shocking that this would occur. Nobody likes to, you know, like to hear of this thing. We take it seriously and investigate it to the fullest.
Patricia Kennedy, the chief executive officer at Springbrook, says the safety of her residents is top priority.
We put in protections as much as we can for our individuals. So we have policy, we have trainings, and we have a reporting mechanism.
Kennedy also shares the cell phone policy at Springbrook is if you bring a cell phone into work, you either place it in a locker or in your purse, and you're only allowed to take pictures if you have permission to do so. Police say McDowell and Carbone were taking videos without the residents knowing and continue to do so over a period of time. Both were fired from Springbrook. In Oneonta, Esperanza Gutierrez, 12 News. We're here at the intersection of Route 11 and Main Street in Kirkwood, where the intersection is closed off. I was here earlier when the intersection was closed, and it still is due to all the water that's flowing right here. Earlier today, Blakesley Road was completely washed out and it was not accessible to drivers, and now it has since reopened, along with Route 11 near the Morabito gas station. Now, check out this video of crews earlier trying to clean up Blakesley Road as gravel was just pushed over the road by the water. And look at the water at one point tonight was just overflowing on the side of Route 11. It even went up to this fire hydrant. The DOT, the Kirkwood Fire Department, and State Police were all along Route 11 and blocking off the main road and facilitating traffic. Since then, it has all reopened. They say that people in the area who live here are their top priority.
Yeah, we had a big washout at Blakesley Road. Town of Kirkwood's down now, trying to clean that up as quick as they can. So just a combined effort from us and them, trying to get the roads open and keep everybody safe.
Adding that they even had extra manpower to help with tonight's flooding. I mean, check out this water. This is just crazy how it keeps overflowing here. This water is overflowing into the intersection of Route 11 and Main Street, and crews earlier created what kind of looks like a dam here with the wood to try to hold the water so it doesn't make it here to this intersection. All other roads in Kirkwood have since reopened except the intersection that's right behind me that is not accessible to drivers. Stores like JCPenney are not messing around. The store will be open beginning this Thursday at 2 p.m. and close the following day at 10 p.m. Actually, earlier today, I went sledding down the hill. I raced against two girls, and you probably already guessed it because I didn't win. But that's okay. We still had plenty of fun and all the snowy weather that was brought to us today.
This is our first time doing this. We're very excited.
Father and son, Richard Dowd Sr. and Jr. on a trip to the nation's capital. Both served our country, the son in the Gulf War and father in the Vietnam War.
An old man and a young man.
As they traveled with the Twin Tiers Honor Flight, a nonprofit organization dedicated in honoring veterans, these two were on a mission to find the name of a fallen soldier the father knew.
I think he may be on the wall. So, just seeing the wall. I mean, come on.
Together, they will travel to Washington, D.C. with dozens of other veterans. The son served as his father's guardian on the trip to begin their own search, as we followed both to the Vietnam Wall. And as our luck would have it, we were able to help. 12 News photojournalist Chris Overby found the name, Walter Carpenter. His nickname was Bubby. Dowd almost speechless.
Hang on, I gotta get your picture for Mom.
As he touches his friend's name on the wall. He says they went to high school together before taking off to war.
I graduated before you did, but it was just nice to see a name that you recognize.
Saying he's glad he was able to make his dreams become a reality.
Brought tears in my eyes. An old geezer like me brought tears, but yet it still meant something. It meant an awful lot.
Adding he's so fortunate to have gone on this trip with his son.
What father and son get to do things together before it's too late?
An unforgettable experience these two will forever cherish, holding on to this memory close to their hearts.
I'm really glad we did.
With the Twin Tiers honor flight in Washington, D.C., Esperanza Gutierrez, 12 News.